welcome to another feature with Golden Women in Business Holiday Showcase. And I'm Deb Starkey.
TV Rockwell.
Yes, and we have one of our favorite Golden Women in Business members, Melody Huisjen, who is with Hideaway Arts and Craft. And look at how much art you have behind you, Melody. I'm so glad you joined us today. And I would love for you to tell everyone what you do.
Well, thanks for letting me do a Zoom call. This is a little bit easier in this pandemic. And you guys are in my studio. So this is the gallery space in my studio.
So cool.
And you can see that I have a lot of artwork behind me. It's mostly watercolor and ink. Those are the media that I use. But there's everything from shadow boxes to mini shadow boxes to a lot of other stuff. I do pet portraits, all sorts of things. So
this is so cool because I've mostly seen because you have been a loyal supporter of Golden Women in Business for probably 5 years?
I think so.
But I've mostly seen a lot of your shadow boxes, which is over that's over your left shoulder.
Yep.
And you even I know that you've done commission work for people on the shadow boxes and just really making some really special things. Well, tell us about, there's something that's peering over your shoulder and it kind of looks like it's part of the South Table Mountain or something.
It is.
Oh my gosh.
So in honor of this,
so local.
yeah, in honor of this town that I totally love, I did this was actually a submission for that welcome sign. It didn't get the shot at it, but I just love it so much. So
I think we're getting photobombed.
Yep.
I
want to
one
go
of your
shopping.
fans.
I love these. I have a couple myself, but I had to see this new one.
Yeah,
Oh
Stacy's
my
very
God.
loyal to me. So
I
yeah,
love it.
so it has all these animals that you see even if you don't want to in Golden, including the rattlesnake and a squirrel. But it's
if you go up
fun.
South Table Mountain or North Table Mountain, you just might see a rattlesnake in the summertime, huh?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm trying to work on that as more of a merchandising item. So, bags to t-shirts and that sort of thing. But yeah, it's a fun one.
Oh, that's wonderful.
You create an amazing amount of work, really. I love your work because it evokes a lot of emotion. And I've also bought your work and it really struck me, like the piece that I ended up with, I couldn't walk away from it. So I'd love to hear more about your path to artistry. Sure. and maybe some more about what you do here in Golden. I know you're involved with the Foothills Art Museum but tell us more.
Sure. So I've always been an artist. I don't think anyone who's even drawn a little bit can say that they're not an artist. But from the beginning, I was always doodling and that sort of thing as a kid. I actually went on a completely weird path to get to where I am. I was a school counselor and I also worked with foster youth. So I've got the therapeutic background. After I had my kids, I was like, I need to be able to engage them in art as well as other people that might benefit, from those emotions that come from art, like you said, Dee Dee. So I just, 3.5, 4 years ago, we finally bit the bullet and made my studio this way. It's the basement and it's amazing. I love it. I don't think I'll ever leave.
I love being in your studio. This is thank you for doing the socially distanced thing, but you had told us about a medium that was like in progression. Can you show everybody what that is?
Yeah. It's such an amazing thing to know where an artist gets her path.
And gets the ideas.
Cool.
Yeah. So I do everything from landscapes to, plein air, that kind of thing, but this is a little bit different. I went to some of the historical buildings in Golden at the History Center and decided I really like the lines of it. I'm a watercolor artist, but I just have to have straight lines too.
Oh, that's watercolor. Wow.
Yeah.
No, this is different. Or is it?
It's watercolor and ink. So I start with the ink and kind of melt it in there. And then I transform the painting into little bits of other stuff. So kind of fun. But yeah, it's just been really enjoyable for me.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, that's wonderful to use an image a few times, right?
So do you have a website or where can people see your work?
I do. First of all, I've got about 4 pieces at Cafe 13 or 3, and my daughter is there too, which is kind of cool for this plein air display. So if you're in Golden, go check it out. Yep. And then my website is www.hideawayartandcraft.com, and I'm always on Instagram, so it's at Hideaway Art and Craft too.
Oh, I love it. Well, we have had just an amazing day getting to know some of our members, and we're just so grateful to have artists like you right here in our community to help us, timestamp this moment in our history.
Well, and thank you for inviting us into your studio. I mean, what another blessing of COVID. We wouldn't have been able to be in your studio had it not been for COVID.
Well, once we get to see each other again, we can come here like in person. So.
Are you doing any special offerings for the holidays, or just go to your website and we like to remind everyone to support local and especially support our local artists. So
for sure.
Is there any thing special we should know about for the holiday in particular?
So I have calendars that I'm making of all my art. So if anybody does a commission painting from me, then they also get a free calendar. It's going to be pretty cool. I can't wait to get them in.
That's something I want to do. So we'll talk about that.
Yeah. Do you have any gift cards? I mean, do you have any like cards that some of your art was made into cards? Have you done that?
Oh yeah, I have. Yeah, let me show you.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's another good way to do it. I always just try to find
Yes.
Yes.
Is that on your website too?
Completely different, so it's not. But just ask me. You got it. If you email me, that's the best way to get a hold of me. So.
Okay,
perfect.
Well, we are so excited to see you for this showcase, and thank you so much for participating. And we'll hope you have a happy holiday season too.
Yes, and thank you guys all for joining us. And Melody, have a fabulous rest of your day. And you guys, everyone, happy holidays, and thanks for joining us.